Good day. I'm Lina Saldasa, a first-year student of Bachelor of Physical Education. Today, I will be demonstrating about the three main categories of fundamental body movements. Here is my lesson plan for today's discussion. Good day, class. Okay, let's start with a prayer first. Sean, can you lead the prayer? Okay. Thank you for that. Once again, good day, class. Okay, first, let me check your attendance. Wow, it is good that you are complete today. Keep up the good work, class. Okay, now, before anything else, first, let's remind ourselves with our classroom rules. What is the first rule? Okay, listen when your teacher is talking. Second rule, follow instructions carefully. Good job. Third rule, keep your surroundings clean. How about the fourth rule? Participate in activities and discussion. And the last one, the fifth rule, raise your hand if you want to ask questions, concerns, and clarifications. Good job. Now, for starters, I will be presenting to you some video clips. I want you to observe and describe those videos before or after I presented them to you. Okay? Are you ready? Here's our first clip. Okay, based on the first clip, what have you observed? Yes. Okay, people are walking, simply walking on the streets. Now let's proceed to the next video clip. Okay, what have you observed? Yes. Okay, a woman is doing bending in place and not moving her body from one place to another. Good job. And for the last clip, how about the third video that I presented to you? What have you observed? Yes. Okay, a player doing dribbling routine with a basketball. Now, what do you think is the difference between the first, second, and the third video clip that I've presented to you? Yes. Okay, they differ on the people's movements with or without movement. Cha. Now, what do you think is the central idea or the main idea of those videos that I've showed to you? Yes, very good. It's all about body movements. Now, we will be tackling about the three main categories of fundamental body movements. Okay, so when we say fundamental body movements, these are the basic body movements that involve various body parts. It is also the precursor to more specialized and complex skills that mostly used in playing sports, active learning, and outdoor recreation. In short, fundamental body movements are the basic movements or the foundational building blocks that we learn from infancy and develop when we become adults. So, fundamental body movements is not just body movements. It is categorized into three main categories. And these three main categories are locomotor, non-locomotor, and manipulative movements. So, what is locomotor movements? Yes, very good. Locomotor movements are movements that involves moving our body from one place to another. Based on the clips that we watched earlier, what clip do you think pertains to locomotor movements? Yes. Okay, the first clip because people are people are walking, and when we walk, our body tends to move from one place to another. Okay. Can you give me an example of locomotor movements? Walking, running, jumping, skipping. Very good. Aside from those examples, here are some of other examples of locomotor movements. We have slide step or sliding. We have walking that you mentioned a while ago, running, galloping, jumping, leaping, the crab walk, hopping, skipping, and rolling. These locomotor movements are usually done every day. We do it every day, unconsciously or consciously. So, we already unlocked the first category, which is the locomotor movements. Next is the non-locomotor movements. What is non-locomotor movement? Anyone? Okay, non-locomotor movements are movements that does not move our body from one place to the other. Very good. It's good to see that you are taking down notes. Okay. Again, non-locomotor movements, or also called action movement, are movement that does not move our body from one place to another, but it involves weight transfer where our body weight is shifted from one side to another. Okay, so what do you think, or what clip does pertains to non-locomotor movements? Okay, the second clip, because the woman that did bending in place and not moving her body from one place to another. Good job. Can you give me an example of non-locomotor movements? Okay, balancing, stretching. What else? Rising. Okay. So here are some examples of other examples of non-locomotor movements. We have stretching that we mentioned a while ago, curling and exercise, pulling yourself downward, balancing when you do one foot stand, bending like the clip that we watched a while ago, swinging, turning our body, swaying when you use hula hoop, pushing and twisting your body. That's the example of non-locomotor movements. Now, we already done with locomotor and non-locomotor movements. We're in locomotor movements are movements that moves our body from one place to another, and non-locomotor movements are movements that does not move our body from one place to another. How about manipulative movements? Who has an idea of what is manipulative movements? Yes. Okay, very good. Exactly. From the word itself, manipulate. Manipulative movement is all about manipulating objects or movements. These are the movements that involve control of objects using various body parts. So, from the clip a while ago, the best example, the clip that pertains to manipulative movements is the clip. Okay, the clip number 3, because the player doing dribbling routines with a basketball. Can you give me an example of other example of manipulative movements? Catching, okay. Batting, hitting, punching, catching, throwing. Okay. So aside from those examples, we have dribbling on our foot when we do soccer, throwing. Yeah, it's either throwing a javelin, shot put, a ball, or even frisbees, right? Tossing, striking, kicking in soccer, catching, dribbling in hand like the video that we watched a while ago, twirling with the hula hoop, punt in football, and volley. So those are the examples of manipulative movements. Okay, so today we already unlocked the three main categories. So this time we will play a game entitled One Body Game. Here's the instruction. So you will be grouped into 5, okay? And each group will pick different kinds of movements. Each group will pick 5 different kinds of movements in this container, and you will execute it on the spot and all together. Okay. The challenge is you need to do it to execute the action the same, so you will be able to gain points. If you're not executing it all together in the same pace, you will not gain any points. Any question? Okay, so let me give you an example. If in my group we picked walking, so all of us will do walking. If we execute it the same, we will gain points. But if not, if there's some of my group or teammates did walk backwards, we will not gain points. Okay? Are you ready? Okay, let's begin. Job well done, class. Give yourself a round of applause. Now, how's the activity? Did you have fun? Okay, it's nice to hear that. So, to summarize, what is fundamental body movements again? Yes? Basic body movements. Precursor to more specialized movements or skills, and basic body movements that are in infancy and develop when we become adults. Good job. And we have 3 main categories of fundamental body movements, and those are locomotor, non-locomotor, and manipulative movements. So these 3 main categories of fundamental body movements plays an important role in our lives. These movements are usually observed in our different tasks every day, whether we're at home, school, anywhere and anytime. So I assumed that you're ready for some quiz today. Right? Don't worry, because it's only a 10 item quiz and I'll give you 10 minutes to answer. So here's your quiz. Please get one and pass. Okay, you can start answering now. Okay, time's up. Pass your papers in front. Okay, thank you. Okay, so for your assignment, on the performance task, you will document yourself doing household chores and then categorize it whether it's locomotor, non-locomotor, manipulative, or the combination of the three categories. Be creative and you can do as much as you want. It depends on you on how many household chores you will do, as long as you will categorize them as locomotor, non-locomotor, and manipulative, or the combination of the three categories. So that's the end of our class today. I'll see you on our next meeting. Goodbye, class. Okay. And that ends my video demonstration for today. Thank you for watching and listening.